Chris EBREO was sitting in Brooks Rehabilitation Physical Therapy Facility around the holidays due to a vitamin deficiency that was shutting down the muscle function in his legs. After a ton of tests and extensive physical therapy, by the end of the year, he was fully mobile again, ready to make a difference and give back.
Thank you so much. So cool. Thank you.
Enjoy it, man. Last year, I reached out to Eric because I had an extra ticket to the Seattle-Washington game, and I was like, hey, we should raffle this off. And then we did it again for the Patriots game, and it went really well. We raised $6 grand between the two games.
That Eric was Eric Dunn.
He's a fraud. He's an imposter among us.
A well-known social media influencer, content creator, and diehard Jaguars fan.
I've always been a video creator, but using video now to combine that with a charity is something that I haven't done before, and I love to challenge myself. And it has been a challenge. Talking to other people in this community that have charities themselves, they say it's a grind and it's very hard to start from ground roots, and that's what we are right now, is ground roots.
They watered that dream with hard work and grew to the budding organization that we know today. Head-On Youth Impact was born.
I never thought doing something like this would grow into how successful we've been so far.
In 2021, their raffle proceeds were used to purchase Christmas gifts for children in Wolfson's Children's Hospital and Brooks Rehab, the same places that helped EBREO years ago.
Yeah, when I started this charity, I didn't want it to be just a simple, hey, donate to this cause, which, hey, that's awesome if people do. I wanted to make it a little different, give people a chance to win, with the trips, give people a chance to win experiences like that. And the same thing with these shoes is there's obviously a large community out there that loves sneakers.
This year, the plan is to purchase shoes for underprivileged kids through their NFL Draft Rookie Shoes campaign, which consists of seeking signatures on custom-made shoes by various rookie players this year.
We've scaled it back a little bit. It was originally going to be 32 shoes, one for every single first-round pick, and then Eric dialed it in to certain players, and it's gone well so far.
But coincidentally, all of the players that I chose, the Jags did have a matchup against every single one of these guys on our shoes here. When we started this, I had no idea how we were going to get them all signed. I just wanted to do it.
You may have seen the boys walking into stadiums both home and abroad with a pair of cool-looking sneakers.
We actually brought these down to the field.
That was the plan. Make their way to the games with a sign and a prayer for the top picks to see them.
Definitely wanted the Trayvon Walker pick because he was first overall and we're Jags fans, so that one was easy. The 8-1, of course, he was big coming out of the draft, so that was a necessity. The Kenny Pickett one I thought was kind of a stretch.
Kenny Pickett, the 20th overall pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers, was initially thought to be one of the toughest gets, but much like a Hail Mary, you throw it up and see what happens.
That brings really into the social media aspect of things. We posted the shoes. His girlfriend actually liked the photo, and as soon as she did, we just kind of shot her a DM, and she set it all up. She's like, hey, just mail them to the practice facility and I'll get them to do it. So that might have actually been our easiest shoot.
Off to a great start, the boys headed to Washington for the season opener.
Lynch goes back at it, and it's intercepted in a crowd. Oh, it's Trayvon Walker.
We all know the game goes on and the Jags end up losing that one. And it looked like he was making a beeline for the tunnel, and then he just kind of turns and comes our way.
Appreciate you, my man.
It definitely speaks on his character. He's obviously a good guy. He came over, he shook our hands, he signed the shoes, and like I said, there wasn't much to the conversation because of the loss, but he still came through, which meant a lot for us.
Last month, Chris and Eric coordinated with second overall pick Aiden Hutchinson's family to get his signature when the Jaguars took on the Detroit Lions, and that was also a success. Head-On Youth Impact is still relatively new, but their growth has been unquestionably noticeable. They're off to a great start, but the vision for the future is bright.
As far as growth, we don't want to rush too fast, but we have an idea to try and bring on some more social media creators to help grow into other markets. Maybe one day we end up in all 32 cities with NFL teams. That's kind of my long-term vision.
And as for the short term, the Jaguars are heading to New York to face the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Chris and Eric will be in the Meadowlands with one goal in mind.
Sauce Gardner, if you're watching, we'll be out there, New York City. Sign these shoes for charity, man. Appreciate you.
Come on, Sauce. Do it for the kids, man. It's for the kids. For the kids.